to Paper Pages and Possibilities. My name is Christina, and I'm really glad that you decided to join me today. I am actually doing my very first book tag. I was tagged by Random Reading Pathways, so big thank you for that. And this book tag is for the end of year book tag. And there's 5 questions plus, of course, tagging additional people. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. So the first question is, any book started this year that you need to finish? So for the most part, I'm gonna say no. And the reason is I do have, for those that have been watching, I do have the H.P. Lovecraft entire collected works that I am working through or decided to put down, but I'm not going to be finishing that this year. I've actually decided to make that a multi-year project. So I think in general, I don't really have any unfinished books at the moment. So I think that's going to be a no for me. The next one, is there an autumnal book to transition to the end of the year? And I was thinking about this. I'm not generally a seasonal reader, so to speak, mostly. I will definitely get into the Christmas vibes, though, when that comes up. But in terms of autumn, I don't really seek out anything specific. However, this question did get me thinking, and I did pick out a book that for me is got somewhat autumnal vibes just because it's kind of small town cozy feel. And so I'm gonna see about reading this before it gets into the Christmas season. And that is At Home in Midford. At Home in Midford by Jan Karen. I have seen this several times. I've seen it referred to many times. It's not generally my type of book. I go for like fantasy, sci-fi, that kind of thing. But on the occasion, I do like something cozy. And I think this will fit the bill based on what I've read on the back. And so I'm looking forward to it. This will be like maybe right around Thanksgiving is when I'll do this one. So the next question is there a new release I am still waiting for? And to this, I would say yes. There's actually several books that I have pre-ordered. One I'm expecting tomorrow, or actually the day that this posts. I don't remember what the book is, but I will put a picture of it right here. So that I know that it's coming. I'm excited for it. So yeah, I can't think of any other books aside from the one that I have waiting for me tomorrow. Let's see here. Next 3 books I want to read by the end of the year. So, I did talk about the Christmas vibes, and I do have a book ready for that. And this is the autobiography of Santa Claus as told to Jeff Gwynne. It is labeled as fiction, but it is written as if it was nonfiction, so I'm very curious to see how that's going to turn out. I think it'll be a very heartwarming read. So I'm looking forward to it. It's like this will be like right around Christmas time that I'm gonna read this. So that's one by the end of the year. Next one I picked up recently. It's called The Witch of Portobello by Paulo Coelho. And I picked this one up because Paulo Coelho has written a book that I read earlier this year, The Alchemist, which I found really fascinating. I really enjoyed it. It's basically a fable I'm curious to see if this book is going to be in a similar vein in where it's more of a parable than anything else. So we shall see. This is in my plans to read before the end of the year. And then I did already show some of these books in a recent haul, but they are on my list to try and get through by the end of the year. The first one is A Letter to the Luminous Deep by Sylvie Catherall. There's this one. I've shown this one before. And next one is, and this one is going to be like leading up to Christmas, A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. And then specifically, I want to get through this one so that I can read this one, A Court of Frost and Starlight, right around Christmas time. Because it really looks like it's giving me Christmas vibes. It talks about winter solstice, so I think that'll be perfect for right around Christmas. And then another one, I think it's self-published. I feel like I read it somewhere, but I'm not seeing it now. But it is called Making Midlife Magic. This one appealed to me because it talks about someone in their 40s, which is me. And so I'm very curious to see if it's something that I identify with and if that makes a big impact on how much I enjoy the book. So those are my main curiosities and what made me decide to grab this book. So those are some books I'm hoping to get to by the end of the year. Then, let's see here. What's a book that could shock me and become a favorite of the year? I have two possibilities. One, there is potential, if I'm in the right frame of mind and if it hits the right way, that this one, the At Home at Mitford, could become a favorite of the year. There's potential. Not high, but it's there. And the other book is one that I'm actually currently reading and will be doing a review on shortly, in the next week or so. And that is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. This, I won't go into detail because I want to do probably a whole video on this, but absolutely loving this story. That's all I'll say for now. I am about 2/3 through it. I'm actually thinking about staying up tonight to finish it, so we'll see if that happens. If so, you might see a review on this in the next couple of days. So, we shall see. Alright, so that is all of the questions on the book tag. So I am going to actually tag a few people that I consider as big booktubers, and for a couple of reasons. One, I'm curious to see if it's something that they will see and respond to. But two, I am genuinely interested in learning of their plans for the rest of the year for reading. So I'm very interested to see what their responses are to these. All right, the people that I will be tagging are Ellen Catherine at Books with Ellen, Jinsey Reads, Bella at Throne of Pages, an author, Taylor Ann Wright, that I've been enjoying, following her writing journey and enjoying her little free library videos. Then Jack Edwards, Jack in the Books, considered the internet's librarian. So these are all YouTubers that I follow and love to watch their videos every single week. So fingers crossed that I get at least one of them to respond to the tag. And if I will be over the moon if one does. So that is it for today. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, especially if you stuck it out to the end. If you enjoyed my content today, please give me a like, and I would love to hear your comments, like your answers to any of these book tags, the book tag questions, down in the comments. And then if you or someone you know is interested in continuing a conversation about books, I would love to have you be part of the community and subscribe. So until next time, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.